All right. Our bad. We did the usual. Started talking before although it wasn't MMA related, so we didn't really fucking give anything away. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Keyboard Warriors. My name's Eddie Law. It's Fred Kirby. Haven't heard from Jesse yet, so we're waiting on him. But yeah, fucking welcome to the show. All right. So not a lot to talk about. For example, I'm not sure anyone was really impressed with anything that happened this last weekend. Like, I fucked up. I didn't watch any of it, right? And everyone kept saying, don't watch it. So I fucked up and I watched the main event. Oh my God. Did anybody win that? Like, really win that fight? Did you have a real clear winner in that one?
No. I mean, yeah, but look, at the end of the day, yeah. I mean, I suppose Jon, is that how you pronounce it? Jon.
Yeah, Jon.
Jon won. But yeah, if you could give that fucking fight to the birds, Jack, it was trash. Yeah, man. If you were going to watch one fight, listen, there was a couple good fights. What's the Bronx, Charles Oliveira?
Yeah, that was cool.
Or whatever. He had a good performance. That was kind of slick. The co-main event wasn't bad. Like, I'm gonna actually try to be. It's easy to come on and piss on it because it was a bad event. So let me try to shoot it a little bell here. Shogun, how wild is it when you got to say that Shogun got robbed, right? Shogun
how the fuck did that
is 197 years old, bad knees. Like, he looks old, Jack, and he should have won that fight. And then in Brazil, he still got a majority draw.
I don't know how that would happen. They're like, we're gonna run it back, and he's like, oh, we're gonna run it back, and I'm like, no,
please,
no, just let that go.
Please don't
let it go, dude.
What the fuck? I would rather see Shogun fight the winner of fucking Tito Alberto Del Rio.
It's spelled Jon.
That's
so true.
Hilarious.
That's perfect.
That. Yeah, that's exactly what you did. You fucking did. You know what? Listen, to be fair, I almost feel bad for Jon because he needed this a little bit. If he would have came out and finished Jacare, you might have been able to put a little. Yeah, I mean, he had a little something going on, and he really just brought it to a screeching halt. And let me just say, I fucking hate that because boy, is 205 gross right now. I mean, yes, I get it. Dominic Reyes is cute. He's this okay. Guy. But Corey Anderson and fucking now Jan Blachowicz, like that's what we got on the horizon for Jon Jones. This is fucking terrible. 205 needs a fucking ultimate fighter or I don't know. They need some sort of injection of talent.
They need something, dude. I mean, we're talking about Dominic Reyes is gonna get the next shot, and people are like, oh, well, him or Corey Anderson. But you and I both sitting here going like, does either guy win? Does either guy even give us like a competitive fight unless Jon Jones takes that fight fuck it.
Here's the problem with that fucking fight. Listen, first off, Corey Anderson, I'm sorry, big baby, but you can just cut it. You and them long nips can cut it. Win over Johnny Walker doesn't do it, bro. I understand you feel disrespected, but let's just keep it a bean. If one of y'all got it, get it. And look, if we are keeping it a fucking buck for real, I think we like Dominic Reyes's fighting style and his chances against Jon, but Jon probably deserves it. I mean, real talk. What do we got here? Fucking Corey Anderson beat Johnny Walker, which was, I mean, let's keep it real. He had 2 good wins, but he was a flash in the pan up to this point, to be honest. And then you got who the fuck? I'm having a brain fart. Who the fuck is what I was just talking about?
Corey?
No, Corey beat Johnny Walker. Who else? Dominic Reyes.
Right, Dominic
beat Chris Weidman. As much as I like Weidman, it's his fucking first fight at 205. So you're getting
blowing up 185er.
Yeah, you're getting a title shot off of beating, and not even just a blown up 185, but his first fight at 205. So Jon probably has the best actual record or credibility to get the fight.
Right.
But who the fuck wants to watch that fight?
I mean, and look at Jon's record. He's got he's got wins over Jared Cannonier, who's now a monster at 185. Now, I'm not keeping in mind that fight's at 205, but at 185, he's a monster now. He beat Jimmy Manua. He choked out Nikita Krylov. The one loss he has is Thiago Santos, but he got TKO'd in the 3rd round. Then he knocked out Luke Rockhold, and now he just barely beat Jacare. But you're right. Out of all those guys, I mean, you look at Jon, he probably deserves it more than the other ones. The problem is, especially in this fight, he did himself 0 favors.
That's what I'm saying. Had he came out and actually starched Jacare or submitted him or done some crazy shit like that, we might have been able to maybe make an argument like, hey, he's actually gotten a few legitimate wins. But I don't know. I guess I'm just being a crowd because at that point we could have just said that Jacare Reza blown up middleweight too. 205 is in shambles. These motherfuckers ain't even beating real 205ers.
Right.
Like they're all beating up middleweights. I'm telling you, man, for all of me, dog, I know it doesn't fucking matter. Jon Jones needs to go to heavyweight, and light heavyweight needs to have a tournament, or they need to do something to. It's very unappealing. And here's my problem with that. We're probably going to get Dominic Reyes, Jon Jones, right? Yeah. Let's say Dominic Reyes wins, right? Because he could. Let's say he knocks Jon out. What the fuck does that mean? What does it mean? What will we say? Is Dominic Reyes that good? Will any of us really think that he's about to win 15 fights at light heavyweight in a row? No fucking way. No. Because he's not really proven yet. The reality is he doesn't deserve to share the octagon with Jon Jones. And I know that rubs people the wrong way because Jon's a fucking coke abusing, adultering, cheating motherfucker. But it's just the truth. Jon Jones is, what the fuck, our living GOAT right now. Dominic Reyes, who the fuck is his biggest win? Chris Weidman? What in the fuck are we talking about?
Pretty much.
I mean, it's, it is what it is. But again, these fights are dangerous for Jon Jones because he shouldn't even be taking them. Because Dominic Reyes is a dangerous fighter, but you got to work your way up. It might be some guy that it could be his first fight in the UFC. He might knock Jon Jones out they fight. Right. But the trick is you got to win all those fights to get to that guy, which is a hard thing to do, But the division's so light right now. It is what it is. I guess if he's not going to go to heavyweight, we got to take what we can get.
Yeah, but look, I think the lack of talent at 205 is going to force him to move up. Like at some point, even he's going to recognize like no one wants to watch me anymore. Like I have to move up, and I think he already knows that. I think he's gonna just start a couple more guys, and then make his move, his anticipated debut at heavyweight against fucking title shot or whoever. You know what?
Maybe. And here's the fucking problem: he might get his dumb ass knocked out.
He might fuck up,
and then it's over. See, this is the problem. Conversely, having nothing to do with MMA, but since it's a slow fucking week, the one big thing we do have to look forward to this weekend is Deontay Wilder. Fight in the old Cuban Ortiz.
That's a bad fucking fight.
Rematch, and in their first fight, Ortiz actually kind of rocked Deontay Wilder.
You heard him, yeah.
Now, again, I don't know if any of our watchers are big boxing fans, but fuck, if you're a combat sports fan, you probably remember the Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury fight from last year, which was an amazing boxing match. We've all been waiting on that rematch. Tyson Fury had 2 fights that he won. One, he received a very bad cut in.
It was close.
Almost cost us the fight. Deontay beat some shitbird, and now he's fighting, a really tough guy. My goddamn fucking point is, if Deontay loses Saturday night, what the fuck are we doing? For what?
For what?
Like, then we don't get the Tyson Fury fight. Like, this fight is cool, but none of us want this one. We're all praying to Christ he beats him so that we get that one.
Yeah, and I mean, look, if you want an example of a guy that fucked up, Anthony Joshua. He fucked up.
Exactly. And I can't think of it off my head because I'm a stoner, but I'm sure there are plenty. Well, yes, I can. I tell you, a fucking major one was when Mirko Cro Cop came to the UFC way back when most of you fuckers were still bellies. The major fight to make at that time was Mirko Cro Cop, Randy Couture for the heavyweight UFC champ. If I'm not mistaken, I feel like that
was title line.
Right before, Randy had the belt, right? Yep, Randy had the belt.
Right before Brock took it from him.
Exactly. That's what I was just thinking. It's exactly right before Brock took it from me. But they famously lined up Cro Cop against Gonzaga, an unheralded Brazilian grappler. And if you're a fan of the sport, we all know what else happened. Fucking Gonzaga, Cro Cop's Cro Cop, and the rest is history. To this fucking day, we've never seen Randy Couture and Mirko. And that was the one. I feel like in combat sports, man, at this level, you make the fights that need to be made when they need to be made. Jon Jones, right now, for all of me, don't need to be fighting nobody 205. For all of me, he didn't need to fight Anthony Smith. Can you imagine? I hate to just keep shitting on Anthony Smith's gonna beat the shit out of me if he ever finds me. I'm mad shit about Anthony Smith. Can you imagine if Anthony Smith had gotten lucky and one of those wild punches or kicks landed and he knocked out Jon Jones? And now we live in this world where Trump's president and Anthony Smith knocked out Jon Jones. Who wants to live in that world?
Fair. Yeah, I mean, look, you're right. I mean, it's about these matches you got to make now. You got to make them happen now. But you're right. There's nothing left for Jon Jones. Just move up to fucking heavyweight before you get knocked the fuck out by someone with like a lucky shot. Straight up.
Yeah, and then we get left with not nothing. But again, Dominic Reyes is not going to go on to be the new Jon Jones, even if he clips John and knocks him out. Like it's dangerous.
Yeah, it's dangerous. It's kind of ridiculous. So, I don't know. There's been no even rumors about. I mean, they're saying that they're working on Dominic Reyes and Jon Jones. Fuck it, whatever. At this point, like we're looking at other divisions for our entertainment. Honestly, I can tell you right now, is I don't care to watch. Like, I'm not in a hurry to see Jon Jones fight until he fights someone that can fight back.
Yeah, and see but see the problem with that is the annoying thing about that is Jon Jones is one of the more intriguing fighters on planet Earth. Yeah, we gotta stop. Listen. Dick pills aside, cocaine and white pussy aside, Jon Jones in that motherfucking octagon is a motherfucking animal.
Oh, yeah.
And we have really, to keep it a fucking buck, we've yet to see him be tested. I don't think people really understand that. Like, the closest thing we kind of got to that is Khabib. And if we're just being honest, their records aren't even close. Strength of record, Jon Jones has went through killer after killer after killer.
There's a reason to call him the GOAT.
Yeah, I mean, so it's like that dude needs to be in massive fucking fights.
Yeah.
He deserves it. He deserves it, and we as fans deserve to see how good he is. Like when Jon Jones steps in that cage, we all need to be clutching our fucking pearls.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I want to see him in there with Ngannou. I want to see him in there.
That'd be insane.
I want to see him in there. Fuck, I want to see him in there with Derek Lewis. Y'all about to make me lose my shit. Derek Lewis is about to fight a leafy Alir Latifi.
What the fuck? Why?
And
Why?
We got Jon Jones fighting fucking goddamn Dominic Reyes. Man, let them two motherfuckers fight each other.
Yeah, what the hell?
Fuck?
Dude.
Like, let Jon Jones fight the Black Beast. That would be enough to where I assume Jon Jones beats the fuck out of Derek Lewis.
Oh, for sure.
At least, listen. Who's not more intrigued than that fight, even in the Dominic Reyes fight? I mean, I like Reyes, but a fight at heavyweight where Jon doesn't have those advantages of being the bigger, stronger guy, you ain't just going to throw Derek Lewis nowhere. Now, you'll probably outstrike him, but you ain't just going to sling him to the ground in a worst-case scenario. And you ain't going to be eating no punches from him either. He punches you, he's going to sleep you. So, yeah, man, I don't know, whatever. That shit drives me crazy. I want to see Jon Jones tested as a fan of his and of the sport, and just the idea of seeing who the baddest man walking the planet is. Every time Jon Jones gets in there, he needs to be getting fucking tested.
No, 100%. And especially as the GOAT, every single time he gets in there, we need to be excited, and he needs to be fighting someone that could fuck him up.
Right. He's the GOAT. He's the baddest man on earth. What the fuck is he doing fighting subpar competition?
Exactly. George Mendes, what's up, dude? Says Jones needs to go to heavyweight or fuck off.
Facts, man.
Yeah.
Facts.
There you go. What's up, Jeremiah?
There he is.
I actually don't want to live in that world. Are you talking about Trump's president and Dominic Reyes heavyweight champ?
Saying no, I mean I was talking about Anthony Smith.
Anthony Smith. You're right.
And of course they do the rematch, and then John wins. But listen, ask George St. Pierre how that felt.
Right.
You know what? And you know what that was? It was a fucking little gimmicky bull. George St. Pierre shouldn't have been fighting Matt Serra.
For any reason.
Boop, biggest upset in history. And is it because Matt Serra's a better fighter than GSP? Of course not. It's because our sport is fucking dangerous and anything can happen. You better stop fucking with these 205ers, Jon Jones. Go get those big fights that you can get. Get them paychecks.
Dude, fucking, God, I remember that was on the comebacks, like the Ultimate Fighter comeback season, right? And the winner gets to fight George St. Pierre for the belt. Yeah. And Matt Serra somehow made that shit. And he catches that one lucky punch and ends the shit. I'm like, what the fuck?
Listen, I'm telling you.
Oh, shit.
You see Jorge talking to Canelo. Look, for me, this is real talk, dog. I would rather see Jon Jones fight Tyson Fury at heavyweight in a cage 7 days a week and twice on Sunday before I watch him fight Dominic Reyes. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, that's a squad, man. I don't give a fuck. It's exciting. And Jon Jones is our GOAT, man. I don't want to see him in matches where we all just don't care. Fuck that.
Right. Now, no, I'm with you.
Listen, before we get too carried on that, let's draw it back to Brazil. The card was trash. What do you think about Jacare Ray? He moves up to 205. He's long in the tooth. He didn't look good there. He moved from 85 for a reason.
Yeah.
What would you do with Jacare at this point?
If I'm the UFC, see you, dude.
Mm.
Not see you, dude, as in like we don't fucking need you. You ain't shit. You're trash. Is go elsewhere with this 205 shit, dude. You're not a 205er. You're just not.
Back to 85.
I say go back to 85. If you're gonna be in the UFC, go back to 85. You're more competitive there, clearly. And look, he's following what everyone else is doing. Thiago Santos moved up to 205. Anthony Smith moved to 205. Who else moved to 205 that like recently? A bunch of guys, right? I mean, fuck it. Latifi just went to heavyweight.
Luke, Chris.
There you go. So it's a trend.
Yeah.
It's a trend, right? It's this whole thing. And you know, if everybody else was like the same size as you at 205, I get it. Cool. But you got some motherfuckers that are willing to cut some crazy weight, and not to mention the greatest of all time, at least like heavyweight, right now, can make 205. So until that dude's gone, I think Jacare like just go to a 185. I mean, that's what I would do. Or you know, if I'm Jacare and I don't want to move to 85, I'm like, hey, can I get my release? And I guarantee Dana White would be like, yeah, okay.
I think I agree with you. And I would put it to you like this. I'd be like, listen, if we give you another fight at 205, like if I'm DW and we're in the back talking, don't do that again.
Right.
Go out on your sword. Like if we give you another fight at 205, you better come out fucking swinging for the fences and fighting like the old John, because that shit. And you know, surely he knows. I don't mean to always be such a cunt towards the fighter from my couch, because I understand that it's not an easy job, and sometimes you know you don't want to just get cracked. But at the end of the day, I didn't ask them to be fighters. And if you look at the guys who are making the big money and selling out the arenas, they're the fuckers that go for it. If you want to, and somebody like Jacare knows that. Do you think that Jacare became Jacare from fights like Saturday Night? Of course not. He became Jacare from fucking, you know, knocking out fighting and yeah, fucking submitting motherfuckers in Brazilian, you know, he from being a fucking animal. So he knows that he probably has to bring it. So I'm all right with one more fight at 205 per se, but boy, you better bring it. You better bring it. What the fuck?
Right. All right, ELC goes, how late am I this week? We're only being on for like 15 minutes. You're good.
Yeah, we was late too, so you're good.
Yeah, we're waiting for Jesse. You know what I'm thinking now? I think Jesse's in Vegas.
Isn't
he? I'm pretty sure this is the weekend that he was going to Vegas.
We know what he's not doing. He's definitely not cheating on his wife. So
absolutely not doing that.
Being a great guy.
Yeah, he's the best husband on the planet, apparently. So, oh, here he goes. Says, thank you for clarifying. Go to 205. Yeah, look, I mean, he's got time to go. If he moves up to heavyweight, starts searching dudes, we'll have that conversation.
If you take the dick pill, and I don't want to keep talking about goddamn Jon Jones, but if you take the dick pills out of it, he's the GOAT. Period. Period. I don't give a fuck. Habib, anybody you want to bring up, the dick pills makes it dicey. But if you take that out of it, how can you even argue, dog? Jon Jones is the greatest of all time. Period. The man's never been beaten. He's got the hardest strength of schedule.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you want from him?
Look, take away dick pills and a stupid elbow fucking rule, and he's undefeated.
I flat don't even count that.
I
flat. I
wonder. I wonder if Dana White would try to like get rid of that.
One up there, all y'all want for all me. Jon Jones is undefeated.
Pretty much. I mean, pretty much. So, all right. Not a lot of other than that card. There was like nothing else going on this last week that I saw. But Ben Askren did retire, and for some reason, everyone made a big fucking deal about it. Did you make a big deal about it?
Well, listen, not a big deal. I was a little surprised.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why I was surprised. I was surprised because I believe it. A lot of guys will be like, "Oh, blah, 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 blah."
Yeah, sure, right.
I take Ben at his word on this one. I believe Ben. Ben doesn't seem like a guy that really does shit like this. I think he might grapple again, and to be fair, he might pop back up in Bellator or somewhere a while from now. But I kind of buy it. I buy that he. Listen, here's the thing about Ben Askren, man. And I've never been the biggest Ben fan, but he was a real competitor. And I think he really thought he was the best. I think he really believed it. And now I think he really knows that he is not actually the best. So if he actually does this and stays gone, all things considered, I got to take my hat off to Ben Askren. He kept it, no pun, he kept it funky.
Yeah.
He really did. He came in. He thought he was the best. He found out that he wasn't. Was like, all right, fuck this. I'm out. I'm not as good as I thought I was.
Yeah.
Like, he might have said that, but he's like, if I can't be the man, I'm not going to sit around and beat guys that aren't. So fuck that. I'm out of here.
Right. Turn into a gatekeeper and shit.
Yeah, respect. I mean, I ain't crying watching him leave. All due respect to Ben, no tears in my bucket after watching him go. But
Right.
respectful way to go out, though.
Yeah.
Before the shit that he talked in the sport.
And so happy Ben retired. He manned up and gave it a go. 100%.
Yeah, real shit. Like, and you could always, I wouldn't say this, but you could always blame it on him getting to the UFC a little late. Yeah, you could say he was a little long in the tooth. Again, I wouldn't do that. I just think he wasn't that good.
I made that argument. I made that argument on Twitter, and people were going off. Like, no, he's just not good. And I'm like, no. I go, you guys don't understand. We'll never know. I don't think we'll ever know what he really could have been because he didn't face the best guys in the world his entire career. He was at one, and he was at Bellator. Those aren't the best guys in the world. So we'll never really know what he could have been. He came into the UFC out of his prime and everything, so that's all we get to see. It's like if Fedor came in to the UFC now, we're not going to get Fedor for shit.
Hard. But yeah, even if they would have got Fedor 2 years ago, it would have. But they did Fedor like 6-7 years ago. Anything beyond that, like, wouldn't have been. You're right. It would have been the same vibe.
Yeah. ELC just like, you can't take out the dick pills, illegal elbows, etc. I'll shut up now. I get it.
You're right. But we'd have to have a whole podcast on that discussion.
Right.
Because if you add in the dick pills, it gets real fucking dicey.
Right.
Then you got to add in DC. And
MMA guys makes a good point. That Ben Askren was trying to get in the UFC for years. 100%. It's not completely his fault that he didn't get a chance to fight against the best. It's just a shitty circumstance, in my opinion.
Yeah. All things considered, if Ben goes now, I will look at him as a stand-up fighter that had some stones, had an incredible wrestling pedigree, and was clean in an era where a lot of people wasn't.
Yep.
Was he my favorite fighter to watch? Not particularly. But the cute little fucker, the disgusting dad body had, he was certainly clean, and he did really well while he was there. And he was a man of his word.
Yep.
He thought he was the best, and when he figured out he wasn't, he was like, deuces, I'm out of here.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we'll always remember him. Unfortunately, the most viewed clip of him is going to be eating the Nita from Game Bread, which, hey, fair enough.
And that's a good point too. You owe a lot of Jorge's success to Ben.
Yeah,
like he was the one that started this whole thing with that knee. Going into that fight, you forget that Ben Askren was undefeated and the whole most of it. It's kind of strange how things turn around so quickly.
Right.
And to be fair, I wonder if people will give. I know they won't. But what would be the major difference, I guess, between Ronda Rousey and Ben Askren? Because it kind of seems like he's pulling a Ronda Rousey, right? Like he took a couple L's and he was just like, "Fuck this nonsense." Like,
yeah, I mean, that's the way he handled loss. I mean, like, even ELC saying it, got to give Brain credit for being gracious and loss. He was gracious. Like he even did interviews. I mean, not the day. I don't think the day of after he got knocked up by Jorge, but he did do interviews later on saying like, "Oh man, like I can't stand Jorge Masvidal, but that was a good fucking knee he hit me with." Like. He was gracious in defeat. So Ronda didn't. Ronda hit her face behind a fucking pillow in the airport and hated the media. Came back, got starched, hated the media again, and now she's over on wrestling and shit. And people kind of shit on Ronda for that. I mean, for the fact that she's not even MMA anymore.
So do you think that if Ronda had just came back and been like, "Yo, fucking bitches done fucked around and got tough on me. Shit's bad. Mad respect." Do you think that if she came back and made her rounds, we would all look at her completely differently?
I think so.
Just kept it a buck. Like, listen, fucking Amanda hits like a truck. Holly kicks like a mule. I don't want to get beat up no more. Ha ha ha. I want to go to the WWE and do my thing over here. Mad respect. I'm glad I could help y'all get this going. Like, you think we would all really look at her that much differently if she had just came out and told? Dude, you very well could be right, because I think. To your point, I think that's why we don't have a hard on for Ben Askren, because he just kind of came out and kept it a buck with us.
Yeah, I mean, I always remember his "well, that sucked" tweet after the 5-second knee. I remember that. I saw that and I was like, and Ben has always annoyed the fuck out of me. But after I saw that tweet, I was like, this motherfucker, he did it right on that. Well, that sucked. Like, yeah, I mean, cool. So I think so. I think if Ronda even handles it half of what Ben Askren handled his losses. Which, by the way, were the only losses in his career, I think, right? He was undefeated coming to the UFC.
Well, that's why I drew the comparison.
Right.
They both got 2 losses and was like, well, you know what? This shit was fun while I was dominant, but now this losing thing ain't really for me, Jack. So
I'm gonna go do podcasting. I'm gonna go coach wrestling. See you later.
Yeah, fuck it.
I'm gonna go get a new hip. Do my shit.
What? On some real shit, that's kind of gangster.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I think I'm the best in the world, and then I find out real quick I ain't. Like, you know what? I ain't gonna sit right here and get beat up for you fools' amusement. I thought I was bad, Jack, but
Yeah.
come to find out I ain't as bad as I was. I'm gonna go on and do my thing over here.
He's like, I don't need to do this shit no more. See ya. But he wasn't like Rhonda, where it was like she treated it like she couldn't believe this happened and all sorts of shit. And you know what I mean? Like I think if she would have handled it the way he did, it would have been way better. But oh shit. Oh shit. Jesse?
Hello.
Okay, am I right? Are you in Vegas right now? Or are you in LA?
No, I'm in LA.
Oh, I thought you were in Vegas this week.
No, we're leaving Friday.
Jesse, how old are you?
Me. Wow, that's a question. I'm just joking.
Yeah, female, dude, you're fine.
36.
36. And you've been in LA your whole life by Vegas and shit, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
You've never got a prostitute?
Have I ever? No, but I've had a friend who has done it several times, and I am not thrilled to be a part of his company.
Okay. I get a friend that's done it several times. I get that. Okay, cool.
No. Wait.
That's beautiful.
You know damn well that I'm not going to lie to you.
Oh, fair enough. Okay, cool.
I'll tell you the truth.
I just it would be a thing for me on the West Coast. You know what I'm saying?
Really? Oh no.
Hey,
not if you saw the goods available here. You probably would not be a fan.
You gotta spend a little coin. You fucking Mexicans and cheese.
Yeah, you might have to go to Vegas for that shit. You get better ones there.
Vegas is a quick trip.
Oh, yeah.
What are we talking about? Ben Askren retired.
Ben Askren.
You give a fuck?
Yeah, what do you think, man?
This current version of Ben Askren, I'm fine with him retiring. I just feel slighted that we didn't get Ben Askren when he was at a much better point in his career, and he maybe could have proven that he was the best 170er. But instead he chose to cry and complain and take a paycheck, which, hey, get your money. You can now retire at this point and hopefully not take any more brain damage. But it just sucks to hear that he's going to have a hip replacement. It's like, damn, but yeah, like, yeah, it's not a big deal, seeing as how, somebody on Twitter posted it. And I think one of you two retweeted it, where he was talking to Dana White saying, you're going to be smoking a cigar and be like, ha, I got him beat 3 times and then got him kicked out of the UFC. Yeah. And it's like, he was well on his way to that happening. Right. So, just unfortunate that, it's kind of like the whole Anderson Silva GSP thing, when they were at their best and it never happened, like now if they try to trot that out, it's not going to be the same thing, and it's better that it just never happens at this point. So, the same thing with Ben Askren, he had the opportunity to be in the UFC at his best and it just didn't happen. And now we got an older version of him that, got gifted a win and then, not so much after that. So yeah, happy retirement.
Yeah, I mean, good for him, and he did it right, honestly, like the way he went out. So, all right, what else do we have today? Fucking hell, it's like.
Listen, I just gotta bring this fucking prick up. Did you guys see that the fucking? Well, first off, we did have the bare knuckle fighting championship,
right?
Jason Knight, the rematch of the century with Artem Lobov, bare knuckle.
The goat falls. The goat falls.
The goat, yeah. Artem Lobov lost. Jason, Jason White? Jason
Knight.
Knight. Jason White. Close enough. Jason Knight won. He finished him in the 5th round. I didn't watch the shit, but I just heard the results. But you know what? Fuck all that. Who gives a shit? The important part is, did you see that they signed this fucking Israeli and Hulk? Why do I keep the Iranian Hulk?
The massive dude? Yes, shit.
Huge dude. They signed.
He's gonna kill somebody, dude. That guy's gonna kill somebody.
No, he's not.
That dude. Let me tell you something, Jack. I always say it, and of course, nobody. That's the one guy. I'll fight him. I'll beat the shit out of that big ass dude.
Really?
Are you kidding?
How big is he?
Google a picture of this motherfucker.
All right.
Google. He looks. First off, there's rumors that he's not even real.
Oh, okay.
There's rumors that he's like Photoshop, because he is like the Iranian Hulk. This motherfucker looks real shit. Like if the Incredible Hulk was a terrorist, that's the guy. That's the guy.
Oh my god!
If the Incredible Hulk joins ISIS, it's that dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, but there's no way this guy can fucking box, right? I mean, yeah, I get it. If he hits you, he might hurt you. I would light this fucking dude up, Jack. Like anybody with a little bit of boxing experience is going to light this dude on fire. Oh, is this going to happen? Are we going to be able to see it? Oh, yeah, babe.
Yeah,
Look at
be.
that, dude.
Did it pop up? Right.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Dude, how is that real?
In an
It's
MMA
not.
fight, maybe. But in just boxing, bruh, I would piece the shit out of that dude. He's too massive. There's no way he could be very fast at all. He is getting peppered up, Jack.
Okay, you might be right. Okay.
Can you imagine? Yeah, you know what, Fred, you are so right. That's the first thing I thought of. Just hearing Joe Rogan scream, he's running out of cardio. He needs too much oxygen to run all those muscles.
Oh yeah,
just run around the ring.
Swings. Them big ass arms, and they're gonna.
You've seen
so slow, like a fucking hammer from.
That's a good point.
God.
I didn't think about that, dude. Another thing I just thought of right now is you seen those dudes that fucking inject that synth oil into their fucking body. He could be like a good amount of muscle and then a bunch of that shit too that makes him look that retarded.
No,
I mean, no. Look at him. He actually looks like big.
Mm-hmm.
The synth oil dudes, they look like purple. Like their body turns a weird color, man. Because all that stupid like stuff that they're injecting into their body, like none of them have like a realistic color. At least maybe this guy goes in tans or something. Like he's got a nice color to him. But those guys, like, I mean, you can look up those pictures. I mean, those guys look just in horrible health.
I'm looking at all his shit. Like he don't.
That big motherfucker's got 4 swings, and after that, I'm gonna fucking light his big. It'd be like what Rocky was that where he was hitting the goddamn slabs of meat in the thing.
The first one,
all of them,
right in his fucking big ass titties and ribs. Them little ass. I don't know why his fucking waist is so small, but that belly's getting it, Jack.
Yeah. All hopes picks him off. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then MMA guys, check out his Instagram. His videos are real. Some of his photos might be photoshopped. Probably.
Yeah, but I seen on a Rogan's podcast or somewhere they were saying that even the videos are always shot from like right here. They're like really close up. So
dude, so you think he comes in and actually fights like bare knuckle, and then we all look like the fuck?
I
bet he's got a belly.
You know who tweeted out immediately that he would be the Huckleberry was old Tim Sylvia.
Oh yeah, I saw that shit. I was like, do it.
His police car in Iowa, he was like, shit.
Yeah.
If he wants to get after it, we can get right after it.
Let's go.
And Tim Sylvia will beat the dog shit out of him for sure.
That'll just be a sad thing to watch, sort of. It'll be entertaining at first, and then just like, ooh, okay, you can stop now, dude. MMA guy says Fred's right. This guy could barely throw a punch at Bet.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Maybe
not a bad move if they can actually get that fucker in the cage or in the ring fighting somebody bare knuckle. Not a bad move, man. I mean, listen,
not at all.
That's what you got to do is fucking bare knuckle fighting championship. You got to bring the peeps in.
Right. Did you guys changing gears here? Did you guys see Paulo Costa's tweet about the African pussy talking about Izzy?
Yeah, you know what? I almost made my name tonight, African Pussy Getter.
Do it.
But I didn't want to. I didn't want to.
Yeah.
I didn't go that far. I want to go.
You don't want to get Aaron Robbins.
Yeah, listen, race is a little sensitive. I think. Look, that is definitely a cunty fucking line. Yeah. I almost feel like a little bit more of the problem is just because we all think he's a cunt anyways.
Yeah.
Like if he was somewhat likable or funny or something, like Chael Sonnen said a lot of disparaging shit about the Brazilians. But for some reason, and don't get me wrong, a lot of Brazilians wanted to kill that motherfucker too. But the rest of us always kind of knew there was a little bit of bravado and bullshit with it. So I don't think most of us ever really thought that Chael Sonnen was actually racist, which he actually fits the bill perfectly. But for whatever reason, we really didn't think he was. At least I didn't.
Right.
Thought he was being cunty. I knew what he was doing. I think the difference is fucking Paulo Costa really seems like a cunt. Like he tweets that out. He's like, "That's how you really feel, ain't it, you big dummy?"
Well, and not only that, but he's gotten kind of what is it like? Kind of listed as a type of misogynist and kind of racist already, right? Like with his views on women, his views on homosexuality. He's a old boy Brazilian guy, right? Like he'd be one of those guys going out on those like, homosexual hunting parties or something. He'd have a gay old time doing that,
He's
Yeah, but he also like doesn't he support their like Brazilian? He's like a big supporter of their president or something. And that dude's apparently like the Brazilian Trump.
Yeah. Exactly.
No,
real quick,
Jesus, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right. And Mega says, bare knuckle fighting is trying to rekindle the Cold War with Iran versus USA nonsense. Good old BKFC.
I'm fucking here for it.
You might get canceled for that name, but it's hilarious.
Like think about it though. Do you think that bare knuckle is now going to become like the WWE of like the sport? Like it's going to be like
no,
It's going to be like the it's going to be like the goofball type of show, right? Like they'll have some fights, but they're going to have like these stupid ass Tim Sylvia against like some gigantic, guy that can't throw more than like a couple punches or something like that,
Why not?
Try to get somebody like a Butterbean out there, or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Might as well. I mean, it's never like they're going to be taken super seriously for their legitimacy as you know what I mean? They're never going to compete with the UFC or boxing. So I wouldn't want to see it turn into a complete circus. But have some fucking fun. Listen, you know what? If they get that big dummy in the cage or the ring, rather, whatever the fuck they fight in, I'll watch for sure. I will find a stream. You know what? I tell you what, I might even chunk down the $12-15 they're asking for, or what they be asking for 40, don't they?
Something like that.
Yeah, no, I'm
something like that.
I'll find a stream though. I'll definitely find a stream. I will actively search for a stream. Everybody allegedly, Daddy Fred be looking for a stream. You understand me? I'll be looking for a stream for bare knuckle. Come get me.
Yeah. No, man, I ain't paying for that shit. But still, I don't know. But I'm if they went WWE at least a little bit to that route, I wouldn't be mad at them. It's bare knuckle fighting.
And
you know what I don't.
I will.
You know what I don't. I will.
No, I'll look on the reflection on someone's glasses for
there
you
go. Yeah, that was great. You see that dude? What fight was he showing?
The Logan Paul fight.
Right. I didn't even watch that. I saw the gifs and that shit, and I was like, wow, this guy's terrible. Like, this guy's terrible. Please be stupid and go to like Bellator or some like lower level MMA fight and get knocked the fuck out by some no name dude, please. But yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. We'll all watch a stream with that big dummy in a ring. Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah. You know what I don't want to see that I heard about today was I don't know how you say this fucker's name. Paul Malignaggi. How do you say his fucking name?
We know
that fucker. He's like him and Jason Knight want to fight, and I'm in a boxing match, not even like bare knuckle. I'm like, dude, ain't nobody give a fuck about Paul anymore. Just let it go. Let it go.
Wow. He wants to box Jason Knight.
He wants to box. Jason Knight wants to box him.
Oh,
which is like, and they agree. They box.
Okay. Paulie, you just get that Showtime money and chill. Like, nobody wants to watch that. Like, listen, conversely, I will say though, harkening back to like the whole Tyson Fury training and mentioning the MMA thing, you also seen that I think he tweeted something out and it was like Tyson Fury in like a pair of UFC shorts, and he said he had something different for Deontay Wilder or some shit like that. I'm gonna keep it a buck. That type of shit gets my fucking dick hard. Like the idea of thinking of a hot Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder, I'll even throw a fucking Triple G or Lomachenko.
Right.
The idea of any of those guys getting in the cage, I am fucking here for it. I'm kind of cool. You know what? I actually would watch Masvidal box Canelo too. But as far as fucking Jason Knight and Paulie Mallow, whatever the fuck, just chill. I don't want to see everybody with the crossover shit. But certain fucking high level shit, like, I'm fucking here for it, man. I like that kind of freak show shit.
Yeah. Well, all right. What else do we have? We have something else. Fucking, I can't remember it. I think that's kind of. Is there anything else to talk about? Dude, there's not a lot going on right now. And we got 2 weeks with no UFC event. We got Bellator this weekend with, I think, MVP's fighting.
Yeah, but I think he's fighting a tomato can.
Bellator is really good at making me not give a shit about their fucking events. They're really good at making me not give a fuck about their events, and I hate that because I know there's at least a handful of dudes that you should be able to watch right on there. But I don't care.
It's hit or miss for Bellator with me. Sometimes, like, it seems like every second or third card, I'll be like, okay, it'll be kind of lit. But yeah, I mean, like, even with this card, he's one of the, I think the main event or whatever, and he's just not fighting anybody super compelling. So it's like, okay, what the fuck? Not much meat on this bone. Also, look, I'm also okay. Well, he's gone.
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay. There we go. Okay.
Yeah. The internet's fucking up.
I look. I know this is an MMA podcast, but like I'm fucking stoked for Deontay Wilder, Luis Ortiz this weekend.
Yeah.
Like that's a great match, and it lines up the massive rematch with Tyson if Deontay can win. Deontay's like fucking the most exciting heavyweight boxer we've seen since Mike Tyson. That's like as far as the combat sports world, we don't got a UFC event for 3 weeks. We got MVP fighting a shitbird. For all of me, the boxing match is what's really happening this week.
Yeah,
Your combat sports fan.
And to me, it's not. It's more. Let's hope Deontay doesn't get knocked the fuck out. Then let's watch a good fight. It's like, please don't get knocked the fuck out.
But to be fair, Luis Ortiz is good, and he's good.
He's just older. His only fault is that he's older.
Yeah, yep. This is a rematch, and Luis Ortiz actually rocked Deontay in the 6th or 7th round, and Deontay Wilder had to come back and knock him out, I think, in the 9th or 10th round. So it was a good fight the first time around.
Right.
Like, Deontay's got some stones on him to be taking this fight. To be honest, this is a risky one.
Oh, real quick, Ashley pays way more attention than I do. Clearly, she came out with the most important thing to take out this last weekend.
Oh, Jesus fucking
Tracy
Christ,
Cortez is blessed.
Yeah.
She's blessed.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
What's going on with that? Are there hotter broads getting into MMA now or what? Like,
I love it.
Like every
It's
other
best.
week. Like, who's the other broad from
Valerie Loretta and Bellator?
I thought that shit was Photoshop.
If y'all haven't gone to her Instagram,
I thought
oh my God.
Go.
Like,
you know what though?
I was like, good God Almighty. How does she fight with that thing?
thank God she can. Okay.
Lord.
You know what was my favorite thing about Loretta's picture? The picture where she's on the bed. My favorite thing was like some hating ass woman on Twitter, I think, was like, "Oh yeah, nice period blood stain on the bed," and like the rest of the comments like down was just like, "What?" And everybody like screen grabbing, blowing up the little tiny like spot on her bed. It was hilarious. It was hilarious.
That hoe can bleed. That hoe can bleed on my face.
Scroll one more. Just the other picture on there. Yeah. That picture. That right there.
I know. Listen, that is a beautiful view for us as guys. But what I'm saying is that right there, I thought that shit was Photoshop.
Oh, yeah. It looked right.
Most Def has a song called Miss Fat Booty. And he has a fantastic line in that song called Ass So Fat That You Could See It From the Front.
Yeah.
Good God Almighty.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yep. So there you go, Ashley. Ashley getting the important shit.
Cortez is also fucking gorgeous too.
Yep.
So, like, not only does she have a fantastic ass, but she's actually really fucking pretty. Like, these fucking fighters are like, yo, you're hotter than the ring girl for realsies.
Right.
Like, people used to say that shit about Ronda, and it was like, listen, she Ronda's kind of hot and like she's tough, and I'd actually still throw her a fuck kind of way. But like now these hoes are like, you're really hotter than the ring girl for real. Like, what the fuck? You're beautiful. Right.
No, Tracy, like I've been talking about her for a minute now. So I replaced Alexa's out. Tracy's been in for a minute, for a hot minute. So
ELC's comment. Yeah, I know. That's the best.
Let me find it. This one?
Yeah, that one.
Right on my face. She could.
Fucking don't lie, Jack. I'm fucking do some nasty shit ass like that.
Quick on this one, Joanna fighting Zhang for the title.
Is that happening?
So that there's a rumor that that's happening, but honestly, it's like the biggest fight you can make at that weight division right now.
Yeah. Like, see, that's the thing, man. I bitch and moan about John and all that shit at 205 and this, that, but with a situation like that in that division, let's go for it. Fuck it. Like, I mean, you might be able to speculate up another contender, but like that fight is sexy. It's there. Joanna deserves it. And it's a great test for Wiley Zhang. So yeah, like if it's not official yet, that's a good fucking fight to make at that weight division.
And she's all talking about, I'm gonna knock that bitch out and a bunch of shit. And I'm like, all right, hey Joanna, don't gas up this scary Asian chick. She'll fuck you up. But all right.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm actually really interested in Zhang. Is that how you pronounce the last name? Zhang. I'm actually really interested in her because that last performance was fucking super impressive, but it was kind of so fast. It's like, I want to see her compete again. Like, is she going to come out and for real be a destroyer? Right. Or was that just kind of, obviously she's a great fighter, But is she about to be that bitch? Like, if she comes out and fucking sleeps Joanna, it's like, oh shit, we got a fucking Chinese Mike Tyson, Jack.
Right.
That would be fucking
dope. And she could fucking knock chicks out fucking no problem.
She's got a fucking body on her too, Jack. Like, she's fucking stout.
Right.
What's up? To ELC's comment, I think what is it?
This?
Yeah. I think Rose is still not ready.
She said she's like I got the fire again or something like that. Like I'm back in it now or something. She said that on some interview. I didn't even see. I'd read it somewhere, but
on the noses. It was on the noses.
Oh, that's why I don't watch it. But I read it somewhere on Twitter.
It seems like she's saying it to get herself there. You know, like it didn't seem like
she's ready.
Yeah, exactly. Like she's trying to convince herself like she's ready to come back. You know, and like I would say, if she wants to do it, she should do it. If she doesn't want to, nobody should be telling her, or neither the UFC or anybody else. They should just leave her alone until she comes back and goes, you know what? I want to do it again.
No, pretty much, man. All right. Let me catch up on some comments here. Stoked for the heavyweights to throw down. I think he's talking to Ortiz. He's talking to Ortiz and Wilder. Ortiz the beast, never can count him out. He lands on you. He's denting something. MVP needs to do some quality showboating in his fight. And this is Unbroken MMA. Yeah, that's where all the wrestling power comes from. Yeah. I'm telling you.
Sure, that's that core strength.
Yeah, ELC says, wish they'd get their shit together and not book the bad motherfucking fight and Canelo on the same night and then go a couple of weeks and nothing good. That's kind of what happened.
Yeah, I know, right? They could have went ahead and fucking separated that a little bit so we could have a little more entertainment. They fucked us on that.
Right, and now we got 2 weeks with no UFC. We got a Bellator, and I think there's nothing. Obviously, there's nothing going on Thanksgiving weekend. I don't think, other than football. But okay, actually talking about Cortez, I think it needed to be discussed. It really does, honestly. I wish we could have.
Most people, honestly, most people. Let me just say too. Let me keep it a buck with y'all. We don't got a whole bunch of. So let me be honest with a lot of MMA Twitter out there. A lot of MMA Twitter. First off, everybody got a podcast, and I ain't hating on nobody's podcast. But so many people on MMA Twitter are so concerned about being politically correct. I'm not going to talk about this fighter's ass, and I'm not going to say that this fighter is trash. Y'all ain't getting credentials. You're not going to be Ariel Helwani. Speak your mind. Be free. Say what you want. Stop kissing ass and just trying to fucking make everybody happy. Those broads got nice asses. Let it out. You can say that shit. Yeah, many people on MMA Twitter be so quiet. Bro, I have had people DM me shit before and been like, yo, that's hilarious. I would share it, but I can't. Got that too. Good thing I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
In the rant.
At the same time,
everybody's so uptight about it. Everybody wants to do. My point of that was, I'm not beyond us doing the official competition or ranking system of female fighters or the best ass in the UFC. We'll rank that shit officially. I don't give a fuck. They can call us some of this pigs. We're being polite.
Bro, we're the keyboard warriors. We can that's literally what we do. It's like, I mean, and on top of that, people have fucking done it with me too. Like I said something about Cortez's ass and shit like that, and someone was like, "Oh, dude, I know you guys talk about the kind of stuff and dudes in other shows that are very worried about their fucking images, even though they're just as big as us or smaller. For just comparative, right? They're not like the Nose or fucking Luke Thomas, right? So dudes like that will be like, oh, dude, that's fucking hilarious. I wish I could do something like that. I wish I could talk like Fred does and like you do and like Jesse does, just to fuck everybody. And I'm like, look, man, it's my point on as far as like the girls go. If you go to Cortez's and you go to Valerie's Instagram, they're not hiding their shit. They're flaunting it. If it's out there, I'm gonna talk about it. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about it. They are.
Yeah, if anything, I feel sorry if I ever have to see these fighters in real life. And I call it Anthony Lionheart Smith. Listen, I don't think you're a great fighter in comparison to other great fighters. Mm-hmm. I hope I don't see him. If I see fucking Valerie Latordo, yes, you have a fantastic ass.
Yep.
Sorry, I complimented you as such. Like, it's not that big a deal.
Yeah, right. I could see Fred try to throw some game her way, actually, instead of saying, yeah, I said that.
course. And at that point, you only get one shot, right?
Right.
That's the rule too. Even if you're in a relationship and you come across like the opportunity to fuck a celebrity, you got to give the person that chance.
You wouldn't take a shot?
Oh yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. Like even if you're in a relationship, if I'm in a relationship and my bitch gets the chance to fuck Justin Timberlake, he probably ain't gonna fuck you. But if he does, just make him wear a rubber. I get it. If I'm out and about and Rihanna is like, you know what, for whatever reason, I feel like giving you some head tonight. I'm fucking going for it. There's probably not a God. There's probably not a heaven. I'm fucking doing it for sure. And I'm not wearing a rubber. Fuck it.
All right. All right. All right. I'm going to catch up on some comments here. MMA God says, who's got your vote keeper warriors? Cortez or Valerie? Ooh.
Oh, good God.
Shit. That's a hard one.
That's a hard one. That's a really hard one.
Oh, fuck. I'm leaning Cortez.
I hate to be this guy, but I think I would say, I hate to be this guy, but I think I would say Cortez just because she's got a really pretty face, too. The answers are both equally pretty amazing.
Oh, yeah. What are you picking, Jesse?
Well, I'm sorry. What? The married guy is got to answer this?
Of course.
Of course.
Yeah. Listen. I'm gonna be the opposite of you guys. I think. What is it? Laredo? Something like that.
I was butchering her last name. Laredo.
Valerie Laredo. Yeah. There you go. Oh, thanks, dude. That's why you guys are awesome. Yeah. Appreciate it. Ashley says I tweet about tits and ass way too much to ever be taken seriously in the MMA media. Right.
It's a good point. You do, and I appreciate that.
I really do. And here's the thing. Wait, did you guys talk about the greatest wrestling match or grappling match that might never happen already?
What?
Let me get to the comments and then bring that up for a second. All right.
Okay.
Let me get through these comments real quick. And guy says ass ranking time. We're gonna do that now. Fred on my face is the politically correct guy. Shocking. Fred bleed on my face, Kirby. There you go. They're in now. How about Cyborg getting sexy? Oh yeah, Cyborg had that topless photo that she put up.
How about what's her name? The lioness. She also started posting pictures like that, right?
They're all trying. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not saying anything negative about them. That ain't doing nothing for me, man.
Real talk. You wouldn't let that broad drip a couple trickles of blood on your beard if you got the fucker?
Is it my Valerie?
Yeah.
She could open the floodgates for all I give a fuck.
Okay, I'm just making sure I'm not on the island here.
Hell no.
I would probably do this.
Yeah.
You know, I don't really want it, but you know, that fucking.
Look, man, hey, I have bat wings on my fucking right here. I don't give a fuck.
Especially as long as I don't know diseases. Yeah, fucking queef a little blood right on my mug. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, all good.
Wait. Is this where we're gonna reveal which one of us has our red wings?
I don't.
I do.
I don't. But hey, there you go.
Does it still count in the shower?
Huh?
If it was in the shower, does it still count? She was bleeding.
That's a good question.
In the shower.
I guess
it washes off.
It was washing away.
Look, man, I'm not gonna be the one that fucking to criticize your level of nasty. Do your thing, dude. Fuck.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Like, I would be surprised if we ever broached the topic, and Fred would be the one to be like, "Nah, I never did that," because Fred eats ass. So that lets me know.
One rule, and it don't get crazy. It's not because I'm homophobic. I just don't do penises. Other than that, listen, I'm game for anything, Jack. You only live once. You know what I'm saying?
All right, dude. Hey, that's one way to do it. Fuck. MDP says, I swear, Fred is a 50-cent MMA Twitter. Can't get canceled. But people, you know, sometimes we'll all push it a little bit. But I'm just like, you can't get mad at Fred. It's weird.
You just have to. You know what I am? I'm like that slut from Sex and the City. The Samantha. You can't slut shame her because she knew she was a whore.
He knows.
I don't give a fuck. Everybody on MMA Twitter can unfollow me and suck my dick, and Twitter will still exist for me. So I don't you can't cancel me because I don't give a shit. Cancel me, unfollow me by droves. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. No, I've gotten messages from people. I've got messages from people before, like on DMs and shit on Twitter, like, no, you guys are wrong. Something's wrong with you. I'm blocking you. And I'm just like, bye, Felicia. We're not for you. If you can't handle us joking about shit, we're not for you. It's okay. It's okay. The Notice show goes on once a week, whatever. Luke Thomas is on and he calls people bums and shit, whatever.
And you know what? And look, here's a fact too, right? At the end of the day, all bravado and bullshit aside, obviously we love the sport and respect the fighters, or we wouldn't be here. You know what else I could be doing right now? I could be doing a bunch of other shit. I choose to be here with all you guys talking about the sport we love. It's fun to talk shit and talk about fucking broads in the ass and call fighters losers. Who gives a shit? Of course, these guys would beat the fuck out of us in real life. Every broad in the UFC would beat the piss out of me in real life. I fucking know that. But that's what makes this fun, man.
Yeah. You guys just have less eye candy MMA than a straight girl do, right? And that's why we find one, we grab on and we hang on for dear life. Okay. All right. Someone picked Valerie. Oh, MMA got says Valerie. QC, what up, dude? Never too late.
No wrong answer to that question for the record.
100%. Little blood ain't hurt nobody. Right.
Look at all the guys. You know what?
No, hey, it always takes one guy to come out and then everyone gets brave.
It just takes one guy and everybody's like, you know what? That's true. I would do it. Keep it a buck.
Hey, I don't give a fuck. Open the floodgates.
A really nice ass, man. I mean, I've had a bloody nose before, right? Like, it's just blood. Tastes like iron.
What's up, dude? Welcome to the show. Ashley says, Fred is such a Samantha. How did I not see this before?
Yeah, that's my girl. She was my favorite character.
Everyone knows that Fred is Samantha from Sex and the City. Oh my god, now it seems so obvious, and it's like so obvious. I'm ashamed I didn't see it sooner. Oh, it's so great. Okay, so he goes, we just need a leader. There you go. All right. That's what happened. Oh, here we go. Leader Fred. There you go. You're the leader of all the nasty talking.
There it is.
Look, man,
you are.
For real though, like we're on the internet, man. If we were on like FCC radio, we'd be fucked.
You know, listen, to give Luke Thomas a shout out, about 4 years ago, before Luke was, I think he was still at Bloody Elbow, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. He
did a video around Christmas time, and I'll never forget it. He was talking about fucking just getting into MMA media or podcasting. And he said something that always really stuck with me, man. He said, listen, whatever you do, stand out. Whatever everybody else is doing, do something different, because there's going to be a ton of people doing the same thing. So that's what I want to do with this show, man. I want us to come here, have fun, be able to speak our mind, and do something a little different. There's a ton of podcasts that keep it PG and keep it in the lines and break down the X's and O's with every fight. And no shade towards them.
Right.
Congratulations. Do your thing. We just want to do something different. We want to have some fun. That's what it's all about.
We like if we could break down fights super technical and totally like mush everyone's brains doing it. Fair enough, but we're not. We're literally like the keyboard warriors. We're the people. We're like the people's show, right?
Exactly.
Like that. That's like it's like the laid back. Everyone comes in and we're talking the same shit everyone else is talking in the bar or in the living room when they're watching fights, just fucking around. Except we're just doing it where everyone can come in together and we all talk, and it's it's fun that way.
And we have a guest that roll blunts in the background,
right?
Fred smoking his blunts all day.
So I got one DM in particular that said like, dude, I can't believe you guys put someone rolling a blunt in your show, and I was like, I don't give a fuck. He goes, no, dude, it's not even that. His technique is trash, and I'm like, you can actually see it. This fucker took the video and zoomed in and totally criticized the shit out of Ray's rolling technique, and I'm like, well, what the fuck? And he told me how he would do it. I'm literally like DM after DM. I'm like, okay, dude, you need to stop. Like, I don't care.
It looked like it smoked pretty well for the record.
Hey, man, he was fucked up the rest of the show.
Hey, did it light? Then it worked, right?
There you go.
Right.
All right.
Real quick, guys.
Right.
Yesterday was International, Men's Day. So, congratulations to both of you guys. So 2 questions. I don't know if you have anything else, Eddie, to talk about. But I kind of wanted to
question, but go ahead.
Okay, I'll throw these 2 questions out, and then we can continue on with the MMA because you know how I like sidetracking everybody here.
Sure.
So in lieu of yesterday being International Men's Day, whatever, mostly it's for having men be better examples, whatchamacallit, and also for mental health, because us men, we don't like to talk about mental health, blah, blah, blah. Don't be a pussy. But either way, question number 1, what's the manliest thing you've ever done? And number 2, what's the best action movie ever?
Ooh.
Wow.
Those are 2.
See, but you be hitting motherfuckers too quick with these questions.
Yeah, you need some time on that one. Manly
The
as
best
shit.
action movie ever.
Like you have Fred Jr. next to you. You sit him down and you go, you know what? I'm gonna pop this movie in. This is the greatest action movie that you'll ever see. It's gonna blow your mind. It's gonna change your life. Bam.
Okay, for me, it's not really an action movie. Then
it don't count.
Well, okay, Bloodsport. Does that count?
Yeah,
that is an action movie, my friend.
Okay, well, I think Rambo, guns and shit like that. But yeah, Bloodsport then. Absolutely. Bar none, that's an easy one for me. The manliest thing I've ever done. Now that's hard. I'm not really quite much of a manly man. Matter of fact, I'm a bit of a pussy. I don't like doing a lot of manly shit like that, honestly.
Yeah.
I've fucked a bunch of different broads in that.
Wait. Can I help you? Can I help you then?
With what?
Throw you some shine. Manly thing, again, keeping up with the theme from yesterday, being an example for the younger generation. You started your business, your own business. That's a very manly thing. That is definitely something that a lot of young men that maybe not have a good father figure or any kind of figure could learn something from you. So there you go.
Okay, so not not in the traditional sense of manly, but
not like I beat the shit out of like 5 guys, whatever. Like no, that's how.
I'll tell you what I think makes me a man. I take care of my kids.
There you go.
Every day I'm present. I take those little motherfuckers to school at 6:30 in the morning. I pick them up every day, make dinner. I'm here with these motherfuckers every single day, and it's rough, but I love them, and I'm a good dad. I can stand by that for sure. I'm a fucking pussy and a lot of other shit, but I do that well.
Yeah, I'm on the same boat right there. I'm talking volleyball practices, volleyball games, driving their bag, cheer practices, cheer competitions. I'm literally the team cheer dad at my teenagers' high school. I'm the cheer dad for the varsity team. I legit have to like bring meals on Fridays, which is cool. Like I actually enjoy being involved. Being involved in your kid's life. Hey, that to me is about one of the manly shit you could do. Straight up. I could fight whoever. I mean, I fought before. I've gotten in bar fights, all this shit, whatever. That's nothing to do. Like that's nothing compared to doing the job. You know what I'm saying?
It's true. Anybody can fight, but it sounds so cliche, but it takes a real man to be a dad because that shit's hard. Mm-hmm. Like you can fight or just do some tough guy shit, and you only have to be tough for a few minutes in those moments. Yeah. Being a fucking dad, you gotta be tough every fucking day, all day long.
I've seen some of the toughest motherfuckers break when their teenager comes up and be like, I need to go get tampons. I've seen fuckers break.
Yeah, man.
I'm just like, well, I guess we'll get in the car, dude. Let's go. or just
the real shit, the bills, the stress, the schooling every day, all that pressure being on your shoulders and happen to be like, when you're fucking stressed out, but happen to keep that face on for the kids and shit. That shit gets rough, man. It's hard.
I mean, think about it. Like, not only thinking about yourself, you're thinking for them because they don't have the experience that you have in life. Right. So you're literally trying to think 6 steps ahead of them to be like, hey, by the way, here comes this. Hey, by the way, here comes this.
And when you have kids, it's pressure because you feel like you have to. Like you gotta think 3 or 4 steps ahead. Like you gotta be ready for whatever's coming.
Yeah. And it's pressure and it's hard to do, but goddamn, if the fucking rewards aren't the best things ever.
For sure.
To see them grow and like succeed and shit, you're just like, man, fuck yeah.
Now what's your fucking movie?
Exactly. See, I'm stuck between 2 of them. Gladiator.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. Gladiator and Die Hard. Die Hard is my Christmas movie, which is it's cliche, but it's just like that's my Christmas movie, right? But I'm between Die Hard and Gladiator, to be real.
Okay. I like Die Hard 3. Was Die Hard 3 with Samuel L. Jackson where they were in the taxi?
It was 2 or 3. Was it 2 or 3?
Die Hard. I think it was
whatever 3. It was. 3. Jesse would know. Jesse would.
It was 3. 3?
Okay, it was 3. Yeah, but that was a good one. That was, you had to find the bombs and shit, and they would keep fucking up, missing and whatnot.
Samuel L. Jackson was hilarious in that movie, man.
Yeah. All right, let me catch you. Oh, actually, Jesse, real quick, what about you?
Well, obviously, the freaking, being a dad, whatever, blah, 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 blah. There's really no other answer but that for the 3 of us here.
Right.
But I gotta say, toot my own horn, I guess, being able to take my kids to Disneyland and give them the experience of doing stuff like that. When I was young, I didn't get a chance to do that. So just giving them experiences that I never had is probably like one of my awesome dad things that I like to do.
Man,
movie. Mm-hmm. Yeah. movie. Also, like Eddie, I have two. Number one, Enter the Dragon.
Ah.
And number two, Tombstone.
Oh, I've seen that forever. I only saw that one time. That's a good one, though. That's a really good one.
Yeah.
All right, let's catch up on the comments. Yeah, I'm actually. It's the first thing I said when Jesse was like, "Oh, it was Man's Day yesterday." I was like, as opposed to every other day, like, and ELC is like, for fuck's sake, every day is Men's Day.
Yeah. You know what? I was thinking that. I'm like,
She's
it
not
was
wrong.
Man's Day. Nobody told me. I didn't see a pair of tits. No
I didn't get nothing.
steak, no blowjobs.
Right.
No fucking manly shit. I just took my funny ass to bed.
I got
Wait,
nothing
Fred.
either, but whatever.
Fred, you didn't open your Twitter yesterday, or what? What happened?
Yeah, what happened? I didn't see no.
Were we supposed to get something?
Yeah.
I don't follow very many porn.
It's
shit
fucking
on
good.
there.
Okay, I see. Okay, I see.
MMA guy says, nice save, Jesse. Fred was about to go on a fucking broads rant.
I totally saw that nosedive in, and I was like, wait.
Jesse was like, we're about to end up on the blue corner or on DJPen.com with some fucking asshole host talk shit about you. I mean, like, they're assholes, man. Yes, he says perfect answer. There you go. And I said, being a great dad is the biggest of the big dick energy. 100% agree.
That's true. True. Bitches love
there
it.
we go. Cheers to all the parents out. 100%. Raise a glass to all y'all.
Indeed.
That's why I like keyboard warriors, to be honest. What Eddie just said and the fact that you guys get that and talk MMA with us, not mailed. Oh, yeah, not mailed the exact same ways you do with penis. Right. Yeah, look, we treat everyone the same, man.
Yeah,
we don't change it.
For sure. Absolutely.
There you go.
Equal rights.
Yeah, actually says facts. I don't even like kids, but a good dad is so hot.
Man, here's the thing. I don't like kids either. I can't stand no punk ass kids. But I fucked around and had a couple, so now I gotta take care of these motherfuckers. I don't want to raise other little snot nosed brats, so you gotta do what you gotta do.
All right, let me get back to Otis. My bad, dude. Otis says Holloway or Volkanovski.
We haven't talked about that either, actually.
Was that?
We haven't talked about this, I don't think. So that that's a good point.
It's weird because
it's like on it when Volkanovski won.
Right,
but we
haven't talked about it since this card got put together because we've been talking a shitload about Usman Covington. We somewhat touched on Nunes and GDR, but this is a big fucking fight right here at 145. ELC says Max all day. QC says Max. Who else we got? We got someone else. Oh yeah, Holloway. Ashley goes with Holloway. Yes, I love Max because he's Canadian. Man, there you go. Oh, what does he call it then? How many islands?
Ninth Island.
Ninth Island.
Yeah. Island or something.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. Volkanovski's such a dangerous motherfucker, dude. But I'm too much of a Holloway guy. Like the fact, like what was it? Was it Holloway that was fighting llamas and he's at such point in the ground? Let's fucking just stand right here. And llama's like, all right, fine, bitch. And they fucking start going. That's the kind of attitude I like in fighters. And but as far as like this fight, it's hard to pick, dude. I'm going Holloway.
I see a lot of people saying that Volkanovski could upset him and blase. And obviously he could.
Yeah.
But my question, I guess, is how. And I think a lot of people are going to point to his power and say his boxing. I suppose. I definitely. Okay, what do you think? Clinch, or do you think he's going to like grapple fuck him or what?
No. We kind of touched on it last week, I think. And you guys made fun of me for it, but I think Volkanovski actually has a very, 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 very high MMA IQ. And I think he's going to have the ability to not only play the game that Max Holloway likes to play, but I think he's going to be able to play it better. I think Volkanovski can not just boxing. I think the way he can see the traps that Max Holloway likes to lay down, likes to kind of lull people into like a false sense of like, this isn't going to be a bloodbath. And then out of nowhere, Max Holloway turns it on people, or he does the, punching you in the half step or the in-between step when you're trying to set, like there's so many things that Max Holloway does so well to, disrupt what his opponents are trying to do. And to me, it seems like Volkanovski has the ability to change his game in the middle of a fight and adapt very well to how somebody is fighting him and really do what he likes to do best, which, what we say, he's got power. His striking is really, really good. And I think he's going to be able to use all that to really give Max Holloway a very, very hard fight. And I think he's going to be I'm not going to say he's going to outright win, but I think he's going to be the guy that really tests Holloway a lot more. Plus, like I said last week, I think the thing that Max Holloway probably won't understand until maybe this fight is that the fluctuation in, cutting a lot of weight, then, gaining weight for his fight, and then, now cutting weight again, that type of fluctuation in your weight and messing with your body's, kind of chemistry, basically, to go up and down in weight, it's probably not going to be a good thing for him as well, especially at the beating he took in his last fight. So I think now is the perfect time for somebody like a Volkanovski to beat him.
Fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough. With all that bullshit you just said, though, I think the beating that he took from Poirier, I just don't see Volkanovski being able to put that amount of damage on him. Could be wrong. Maybe Volkanovski sleeps him. I just don't think Volkanovski hits as hard as Dustin Poirier at 55.
Right.
I don't think he's as good a boxer. I don't think he has the longest reach. I just don't. And look, I'd be wrong as a motherfucker when it comes to picking fights. So do not listen to me. But when I see this fight in my head, I just see Max outboxing him from a distance. I don't.
Right. He's got the length on him.
Yeah, I just see him keeping his distance and piecing him up. I don't know. That's just how I see the fight. Third, fourth, maybe even late fourth, early fifth round, I see Max getting a TKO stoppage. I just don't think that Volkanovski can make him grapple or grapple wrestle fuck him. And I don't think he's going to be able to outbox him. In the clinch, it could get interesting. And I suppose if he clips him early, anything can happen. But all things considered, I feel like Max is probably a lot more polished boxer / striker.
There you go. All right. Okay. Vegas is the 9th. Toronto's the 10th.
There
you go.
10th planet. Yeah.
My favorite was in Vegas. He saw Canadian network interviewing someone, recognized it was Canadian, yelled at them for not talking to him. They're countrymen.
There you guys go. Look at Quentin's comment just a couple down.
This one?
Yep.
Oh shit, for real?
A pal, son.
Okay.
Look, okay. And you're right, Fred. Like when you look at the way Max Holloway uses his length and the way Volkanovski fights, he fights, kind of like with the hook shots, right? Like he fights close to the body. It doesn't look like he has a long reach. And Max Holloway keeps you at the end of his punches where he has that nice snapping pop, that like when he hits you, he has a lot more impact on those, right? It's like a whip, basically, right?
He's not wrong.
And he does a good job of that, right? And I think the thing that we're gonna find out in this fight is just how good Volkanovski is with the striking. Because I agree with you guys. Max Holloway fights long, but I think Volkanovski, because he has a good reach and everything, and now we find out that he has a longer reach, I think that he's gonna be able to adapt to that length pretty easily. And I think it's gonna make for a very, very interesting fight between the two of them.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But QC's right. He says, so I found this from a couple articles here, but this one's fuck this shit. All right. Holloway will have a good 5 inches in height advantage on Volkanovski, but Volkanovski will come with an approximately 2-inch reach edge.
Damn, 2 inches too.
I mean, look, if
a little Neanderthal, isn't it?
Right, but if Holloway should be able to like control the distance and shit with kicks and whatnot, so I think he'll be all right. But
yeah, I still think he's a better, cleaner boxer. I mean, that's an interesting fact that I have not taken into consideration, but I still think Max pieces him up.
Yeah, I think so too. All right, we're getting actually kind of late here for the East Coast folks. So
it's 11 o'clock here.
All right,
real quick, talk about before we go.
Yeah, real quick. I need to know how you break it down. The best fight that can happen at this point. I was super excited when I heard that it might happen. The Schmo against the Nose.
Okay.
How do you guys think this is gonna go down?
First of all, how many times have I been like, I want to fight Ariel? Just grab him. And no one says shit. But fair enough, the Schmo comes out and says, I want to take on Ariel at 169. I can't even do his fucking voice. But at 169, 169, 165, whatever it is, like 169 catch weight. And it's just like, everyone blows it up, which fair enough. Schmo has a huge following because he's fucking great. But not a peep from Helwani as far as I know.
Oh, you listen. Here's the thing, right? Helwani is definitely definitely not going to do this for sure.
No, he shouldn't.
For sure.
You get embarrassed.
But yeah, I would assume he would get embarrassed, I guess. I don't know much about the fucking Schmo. If we're being honest, the Schmo seems like a fucking character.
Look,
So who knows? If you grab a hold of him and throw him a smack, that motherfucker might come out of his shell and fucking, not be able to do much himself. But I'll give him this. We're talking about him on our show.
Right.
So the cute cocksucker did something. I think he's well aware of the fact that Ariel Helwani's not going to grapple him.
He's not.
But I'll give that dude this. I don't know who the fuck that guy is or where the fuck he even came from. And I don't watch the Schmo do his thing. No shade. I just,
Right.
But I got to give the fucker credit. Like a year ago, I don't even remember seeing this dude around. Now all of a sudden, he's like he blew up with this persona of being the Schmo.
Yeah.
So congratulations, that fucking dude. He's fucking doing his thing.
I gotta give him tons of credit, man. I gotta give him credit. I didn't know about it until I saw him on Instagram talking to fighters, and I was like, this guy's annoying as shit. He kind of bugs me with this whole persona.
Right.
But he's funny. I'm like, okay, hey.
Listen, again, back to what Luke Thomas said. It's
exactly. That's what I was gonna say.
It's different. Like
it's different.
Even if you don't like that shit, you're like
different.
Fucking weird.
And you gotta respect it.
There you go. Right.
100%. But all that being said, Helwani ain't fighting nobody. But I saw in the comments on one of the posts, Robin Black is like, I'm down. Let's do it.
Yeah,
I'm like, fuck yeah. Robin Black is fought. Let's go.
Yeah, that's the problem, right? You always get these people. It's like, I want to fight you. And then that dude's like, well, I don't want to fight. And then somebody else is like, I'll fight you. And it's like, I don't want to fight you, though.
Yeah, exactly. And he'll probably say, he should just say, like, no, I don't want to fight anyone that knows what the fuck they're doing. But
it's like, it's you or nothing, Ariel.
Yeah. But
I thought the greatest thing about that whole thing was he was like, if Ariel, like, if he takes up the challenge, he's like, if you beat me, the Schmo will stop doing interviews for MMA and leave forever.
Dude, not only that, he's like 25,000 to charity.
Yeah.
Like, he put the pressure on Hawaii and not a peep, as far as I know. And I don't know if you guys, anyone else knows anything about this, but I haven't heard a peep about it from the Noses side. And he's smart for shutting the fuck up.
Well, honestly, that's the cuntiest thing to do on Ariel's behalf. Is to just not even do, like, because if he says anything, then he's giving the Schmo a little, so like him just saying nothing is Ariel being like, fuck that little dude.
So I hope people troll the fuck out of Helwani and just make him say something about it.
Yeah.
No matter what, even if Helwani's like, hell no, that's not happening, he even mentions the Schmo in his fucking show, it's a win.
Right, exactly. The fact that he says nothing kind of shows you how cunty Ariel is too.
Yeah, he is cunty.
Give that little goofy Schmo.
He's cunty enough that Luke Thomas had to say something about it in his last one of his shows recently. He was like, "We're not friends. We're never gonna be friends."
Yeah,
whatever.
I don't know exactly what happened with
them two specifically. No, like
I obviously get it. I know they parted ways. I assume it has a little something to do with like maybe Ariel jumping ship and they're leaving Luke Thomas there, and then he had to kind of figure out his own thing and ended up going to Showtime or something, maybe.
Look, from talking to people,
not Showtime, with Brendan Schaub's network, which is stupid as all hell.
Oh, well. Anyway, but like from talking to people that are in media and all that, and know the behind the scenes, like people that have been doing it for a minute don't have the highest opinion of Helwani as a person. That's all I'm gonna say, because if I said what they told me, it'd be hearsay. It'd be secondhand fucking info, and I'm not about that. But I believe them, to be honest with you, but still.
Well, I can tell you that he's cunty to people that a few years ago I was like a fan of his show, and he was sitting on the bleachers during a weigh-in. I tried to talk to him, tried to go up to him, and he just blew right by me, ignored me, didn't want to talk to me. So yeah, he's an asshole. I can say it. Okay.
There you go. All right.
And that was a few years ago.
Right. All right. And Kairo's talking about the Schmo versus the one. He's like, at least one of them will go. Yeah. Well, yeah. All right, folks. I'm looking at the last second headlines, and there's nothing. Just prepare for a really quiet couple of weeks here as far as MMA goes.
Listen, I cannot stress it more. I don't give a fuck. Stream it. Do whatever the fuck you want to do. Watch that Deontay Wilder Lewis Ortiz
have some fun
this weekend. MVP will be kind of fun. Watch that Bellator shit, but the boxing match this weekend, that's where the real marbles are on the line, so to speak.
Right. Oh, here we go. Okay, so because I definitely have to put this up, but Kyra says Luke is dope. Arrow's in a bad person who just starts shit too much. Right, fair enough. Like I said, all I've heard is stuff like I can't repeat it because it's like secondary information, and so unless I know it's like true, I'm not gonna repeat it. But stepping on people, your ass kind of fucked up. That's all I'm saying.
Well, think about the time he tried to get in a fight to get into a limo. Think about just recently.
Oh yeah.
Think about just recently when he was telling, who was it? Was it Amanda Nunes that her belt was smaller than everybody else's?
That was weird. I'm like, why do you care, dude?
That when he was about to get into a fight to get who
Yeah.
what?
Okay. Eddie, you can correct me if my memory is wrong here, but I believe it was Dana White getting into a limo, and he invited people from the media to get in there, and it came down to one more seat, and I believe Ariel and what's the guy's name from Europe? He's the European guy.
God damn.
Oh,
Garth.
Yes.
Garth.
Yeah. They basically got into a wrestling like match to get into the limo with Dana White.
Way bigger.
Yeah.
Okay, listen,
Way
you better be
bigger.
glad that wasn't Luke Thomas' son. For all what y'all might think about Big Luke. Luke's a big motherfucker. Hit him through Ariel's little funny Jewish ass right out the way.
Luke would have fucking front kicked that dude right in the chest and killed him straight up. Look,
ex-Marine, Jack.
An ex-Marine, he fucking power lifts and he does jujitsu. Like, good luck, motherfuckers.
I think he said he's before like 6'4", 6'5".
He's
a
tall
fucking huge man.
He's the one that was talking about when Dana White was trying to make it seem like Nate was a giant compared to Connor. He was like, I'm like 6'4", and the Diaz brothers are not taller than me. Like, fuck off with that bullshit.
Yeah, they're a giant. They're not that.
Yeah. So, all right, folks. And nothing else that's gonna do it for us this week. Shout out to ELC MMA gods. Jeremiah was here earlier. Joey Tremendous. I saw your post, bro. I'll hit you back on DMs. Ashley, thanks for giving us
did I miss it?
Fun talking point. Yeah, you missed it. But the most fun talking point in the entire show today. Appreciate it. We're all about the ass. So, Laura Rivas, thanks for tuning in. QC, Otis, Unbroken MMA. Fucking, I'm missing some people. I really apologize for that. Anyone else that tuned in, we love you guys. You guys are the reason we do this stuff because it's still fun to shoot the shit with you guys. Appreciate you guys. We will be back. Well, next week's kind of rough because it's Thanksgiving week, so we're gonna play it by ear. I will definitely let everybody know. But there's not, unless something huge happens this weekend at Bellator or some huge breaking news happens, we're not gonna have a lot to talk about. But we'll give it a shot. See what my fellow co-hosts here have going on next week, and then we'll shoot the shit. We'll see what happens. All right. Yeah, you guys are awesome. Shout out to Represent. Shout out to Spices Pros. You guys know our Twitter handles at this point, but here you go, just in case you don't. SWAT 1983 at Caribbean_MMA at ELAW32. All right.
Go follow the Instagram for me because this weekend going to Vegas with my family and friends and stuff. So show some pictures off.
There you go. Same. I think it's the same screen name on Instagram too. SWAT 1983. So, all right, folks. Catch you guys next week. Hopefully. Good night and good night, Wilshire.